are now tuned in to the Distilled Nightlife Podcast.
1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. Start a little trouble, we kick 'em out the door. 5 shot, 6 shot, 7 shot, 8. Everybody feeling great, and it's getting kinda late. These are tales from the bar, tales from the bar, tales from the bar, tales from the bar. 9 shot, 10 shot, 11 too far. Now it's last call, everybody out, y'all.
Hey, we're only 5 minutes late.
Better late than never. It wouldn't be the podcast if we weren't late.
We ever on time?
I am. I'm here early every time.
Because you fucking live here.
Yep.
No one likes to show off.
I'm not showing up. I'm showing up.
Yeah, you showed up.
Try it sometime.
You showed up Friday night.
That wasn't me.
Who was it? Philippe?
That was a meat walker in a skin suit of me.
Oh, episode 4, Distilled Nightlife Podcast. We are here. We are recapping this past weekend of our shenanigans, our first annual Pour Decisions pub crawl. I am Diggs, joined with Mitch and Phil, as per usual. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. And all of our millions and millions of fans.
So when we do Pour Decisions Part 2 and go to the other bars, do we have to get the same drinks? Because
I don't know. We're going to pull new drinks.
No, we got to be.
Because I am not.
Say, please no.
No, I think what we should do is take the 4 drinks that we didn't pull this time and get 4 new drinks and then pull.
There were only 8 options.
I know. There were 4 drinks that weren't pulled.
No,
yet.
I'm asking.
Yes,
They were.
yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah, there are only 8 that Lisa pulled.
What were the other 4?
I don't even remember. Actually, hang on. I have the list.
Buttery nipple, liquid marijuana. I can't remember.
Why can't it just be like a Jack and Coke?
Because you can get it everywhere.
Yes, you can get everything everywhere.
Shut up.
Actually.
We had a fuzzy navel, a slippery nipple,
Slippery nipple.
sex on the beach, adios motherfucker, liquid marijuana, duck fart, a Harvey Wallbanger, and my dirty Shirley.
How many of those are shots?
I don't know. She didn't write shot or drink.
I think it was just the duck fart was a shot.
Sorry, Austin.
Yeah.
But you left early. You don't.
I had to leave
Finished
early.
all the drinks.
Before we get too far into recapping the weekend and all of our shenanigans, rating the bars, just a quick shout out to obviously our sponsor, the Asylum Radio Network.
Austin hit the button.
What button?
The button.
The red button?
Yes.
The Asylum Radio Network. Thank you guys for hosting us on your platform. Live. I can't fucking talk. I had mouth surgery, so I really can't talk worse. Anyway, go check them out. AsylumRadioNetwork.com. That was fucking horrible. That's how I feel. That's how I fucking feel right now.
That's how you look.
It's Beaker from the Muppets. Me.
Yes.
Sucks being Beaker, doesn't it?
Shave your beard.
Never. So we're gonna recap our night out. If I could have ice, we would cover the drink later. But these are
Should we
do the drink now?
yeah. So these are as close as they're gonna get us, and so hit him with the
hit him with the graphic?
hit him with the shenanigans.
Yes, it was Philippe.
Seamus, my alter ego's name. Is
Sexy voiceover time.
We have our drink of the show. It is a slap shot. You can get these at Main Street Sports Bar and Grill. This is a drink that is made with Smirnoff Citrus, Smirnoff Raspberry, Blue Powerade, and Red Bull.
Barf.
I actually don't mind it.
I prefer the Rejuvenator, the original drink, the one that was.
We're not talking
copied
about the
to make
fucking
this.
Rejuvenator.
We are next.
No,
week.
we are not.
We are next.
Not right
week.
now. We're not.
When it's our drink of the show next.
We're talking
week,
about the fucking slap shot.
Keep it up, and Austin's going to make duck farts for everybody.
You're probably doing better than most of the bartenders.
Layered.
Layered. What's that?
Layered until he gets to the stairs. You'd have to make it up here. All right, I haven't had one of these in a while, so we're gonna rate this on a scale of
1 to 5.
I was thinking Malcolm to Lisa. Fuck you, cheers.
Cheers.
I have a table. I'm using my leg.
Austin, that's probably the best drink you've made since we've been making drinks.
Not my recipe, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I actually don't mind that one.
It needs a little more ice.
Well, maybe if you
Well,
got some fucking ice, you have a freezer downstairs.
Listen, I bought a 4-tray ice tray.
Here we
So
go.
that we could go through one tray and then you fill it up and then it's got a lid. Put the lid on it. Put it under the other 3 trays. You never run out of ice. But I live with someone who won't refill the ice, and I have asked him to, and he said, "No, I will die on this hill."
And you know when you also don't run out of ice? When you have an ice maker.
I don't own this building. I rent. I'm not.
You
getting
can
an
buy
ice-
one on the TikTok shop.
Then I got to pay the electricity to have an ice maker for one day every other week.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the sink water you got to fill it with.
I don't pay water.
You probably use a lot of it when you shower because you're fat.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of water to cover that body.
I like to sit. It's real hot. We have instant hot water now. So nice.
Oh,
So nice.
Are we rating the slap shot? The Austin slap shot?
I'm going to give Austin a 4.5. It would have been a 5 if there was ice. I know it's not your fault, but
It's the ice that makes it all.
yeah.
I'm hoping
I
that's
mean-
it because this feels like a lot more Powerade than I'm used to.
Yeah, it's probably a little watered down because there's no ice.
Yeah, I can see that. All my ice melted already. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
I'll give it a 4.5.
Okay. Philippe,
I'll give it a 4 just to spite you two.
Austin,
I like it. I think it's good. I think it's a good 4.
it's a good 4.
Yeah.
Would ice have made it a 5?
Oh, ice would have made it a 5 instantly.
Now, would you have added as much ice as they do at Main Street, like the entire glass?
You know what? I think that's my problem because you measured it out and then topped it off with Powerade, right?
Topped it off with Powerade and
Yeah,
Red Bull.
there's
Yeah.
no ice to hold the
There's
volume.
There's
right.
no ice to So this is more Powerade than
Yeah.
Yep.
because there's no ice.
Next time we'll have ice.
Maybe.
No lie, I stopped on the way here because I didn't think you were gonna have ice 4 in ice bag, and nobody had ice.
Nobody. Oh God. Did you check CVS across the street?
That's where I went first.
Go to the Cumbies around the corner.
We're gonna buy a countertop ice maker and slap a distilled sticker on it.
That's what I'm saying.
They had a ice cream cake in the freezer.
That would have worked.
Did you get it?
No.
Damn it.
Get your ass back out there and get it.
So we're gonna rate these bars shortly. Should we watch the quick little video recap of the night that none of you have seen?
Sure, why not?
Reaction.
I was cool until you said that none of you have seen it. I'm not. I'm afraid.
Well, Dick is the one that put it together.
Like I said, there weren't a whole lot of videos taken that night, but
So I'm afraid.
For the first time ever.
hit it.
I need to get a duck fire to shot. A what? Duck fire.
Gonna end that.
That's great.
That's
I
awesome.
only wish it was red so it matched the button. We're gonna have to remap them. What
What
a
a-
night to forget.
I think you already forgot it.
Only the last
Couple of bars.
couple of hours at one bar. I don't even know what time we got to the main.
What time did we get to Maine? Around midnight?
It was before they locked the
Oh.
door.
11:30ish.
Yeah, because we weren't even, or at least I wasn't even there for last call.
We were there for last call,
You guys
right?
We were.
11:45.
Yeah, because
I was the last one to show up because I was still at
The
BBC
first one to pass
I was
out.
still at BBC talking to somebody.
Getting in trouble.
Yeah, I can actually tell you exactly what time I got there.
Why, do you have a text message?
Emily asked me where I was.
Oh, God. No, I think me and Mitch got out of BBC as soon as possible.
Mitch and I.
Yeah, well,
All right.
shut up. Fucking grammar police over here. Oh, so. What a night. Are
Oh, what a night.
you really trying to scroll your text now to find out what time we got to Main Street?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not waiting for it. I'll wait for you.
It's going to be a while here.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Don't even bother. So we did what? 1, 2, 3, 7 bars.
Yeah.
That's a lot of alcohol. I had the Dirty Shirley.
Like a child.
I didn't pick it. It got picked for me. Thank you, Ashley.
So you just got exactly what you wanted.
That was a lot of grenadine in one night.
I mean, I got the Sex on the Beach, which is ironic because that's what Ashley orders anytime she goes out.
So I did not get to Main Street until close to midnight.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
Phil got the adios motherfucker, and Phil went adios motherfucker.
It's everything but whiskey. And in 2, maybe 3 of the bars we went to, I threw in a Jack and Coke.
Yeah. And Austin had the duck fart, as you saw in the video.
I had the duck fart, and in between those, after I think once we got to right after T-Bones, I started having Coronas in between those because you guys had full drinks, and I just had that shot, and I was just standing around.
Well, you got like a rock glass full at what, Brewster Bar?
Brewster Bar, yeah, that was
Yeah.
actually pretty good.
So we started our night over at Gillis. We had dinner. We got there. Phil ordered a shit ton of food, bunch of wings, pizza.
Yeah, two large
Nachos.
pizzas.
Nachos that nobody touched but me.
We're getting to the food's on the list. Don't worry.
I touched the nachos.
We get 2 large pizzas, 18 wings, boneless tendies for you children, and nachos. And very disappointed in the nachos. The pizzas were good. The wings were good. We got buffalo and garlic parm wings. Chicken strips. We got buffalo and barbecue.
Yeah.
You eat the barbecue.
I really didn't have too many wings. I had the Big Mac pizza.
Yeah,
Big Mac pizza
And the
was
margarita.
good.
Was it the margarita? Did we get a margarita?
It was a margarita and a Big Mac pizza.
Yeah.
They were both good.
Big Mac was delicious.
That was
Yeah,
fantastic.
And then we
pizza.
left half of each behind.
Did we leave? We left them at Maine's.
They got left upstairs out of the freezer. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
That's why she said don't eat them.
rip.
yeah, because I
Because Austin was like, why not?
I left them on top of the freezer, and I think I messaged the group when I was in the Uber on the way. I was like, "Shit, forgot the food."
That's not how this works.
So we're gonna rate the bars on their drinks, atmosphere, service.
I wrote the list down right there.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Drink rating, atmosphere, decor, because apparently it's different from atmosphere, service, and food.
It could be.
Even though we only cover food at one place,
Right, because we needed to eat.
we weren't eating everywhere. Yeah, there was no
No, that food crawl is coming soon.
doing a food crawl.
Well, no, when we go to, you want to go rate wings.
Hell yeah.
You want to go?
Oh yeah, we are absolutely Wendell's.
yes,
100%.
Wendell's. Yeah.
Nowhere else, just Wendell's.
Okay, shut up. There's enough of that.
Windows.
So let's just start. Let's go dive right into it. Gillis, formerly Lucioso's.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for remembering.
Yeah,
Good for you.
one of the few things I remember for the night.
Is that really? I mean, you only drinking a dirty Shirley in most places.
But when you don't drink like I do, I'm not an alcoholic like you.
I'm not an alcoholic. They go to meetings.
Yeah, I
They
know,
go to the
you're
bar.
very
I'm drunk.
I have a very low tolerance.
And I will die on that hill. It'll be the bottom of the hill because I'm not going up, but I will die at that.
because you're gonna roll down the hill
100%.
and you're not getting up
100%. Why do you think we didn't go to the waterfront?
because our cars were at Main Street.
Because walking up the hill to get to Main Street, I'd have been the next Plymouth Rock.
or the next Plymouth Beach Whale.
I will stab you, Grandpa.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
So Gillis on the drinks.
I don't know. What did I say?
You
Gave him a 2. It was not great. It was a lot of whatever that was. I had
Sour mix?
Sprite, sour mix, and blue curacao for the non-alcohol portions, and it was a lot of sour mix. You guys all tried it.
Yeah, I tried it.
It was a lot
I
of
did
sour.
not.
Well, it's because you would have died.
I
It was a
don't- I
lot
didn't
of
want
sour
herpes.
mix, and I get it. but it just wasn't that great. Not that I'm going out to get an adios motherfucker.
It's always tough to judge the first bar. There's nothing to judge it against.
Yes.
So our ratings did change throughout the night.
Mine for Gillis did not change, though.
No.
There was nowhere else that made it worse. It was just, theirs just wasn't very good. But I can remember theirs.
Proud of you.
I'm not. Very disappointed in myself.
My obviously, because Phil calls it the easy one, or the kid drink, the Dirty Shirley. His definitely was the bluest of the night. The blues of your drink.
Yes.
That's what Ashley said. Yours was, it was the
It
bluest.
It was the only blue one.
I think she meant that
Like-
that particular one was the bluest one you got all night.
Oh,
From all the bars, it wasn't as blue with the rest of the bars.
I get what you're putting down now. Get what you're putting down.
And you just can't pick it up.
It's so far away.
The Dirty Shirley, I gave it a 3. I originally gave it a 4 because again, it was hard to
judge.
To judge.
Right? So the first one was always possibly going to change.
Yes. Not enough grenadine in that one, to my liking.
Oh yes, and all of these answers are subjective.
Oh yeah,
No, 100%.
Yeah. No,
it's our experience. It's not
like I
guaranteed.
liked one of your Dirty Shirleys better than the rest of them. Not better than, but I liked it more, significantly more than you did. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Not
Yeah.
to mention, not all of us got what we would have actually ordered.
You got a Corona everywhere we went, didn't you?
I was talking about the duck fart, but
He started his Corona as a proof.
Oh yeah, well your duck fire also came.
yeah, I mean, at Gillis, that's partially on me. I didn't say Laird. I said duck fart, and she ran away like she knew what she was doing. She came back, asked me. I told her. She came back again to make sure it was a shot because she asked all of the employees, the bartenders, whatever, do you know what a duck fart is?
That's why I brought a little note card with ingredients. I need this. I don't know what that is. Here you go.
She almost didn't give it back to you.
Yes, she
You
did.
were like, "Can I have my card back?" She's like, "Huh." Yeah,
Which I get,
but we're going to 6 other bars.
Yeah.
We need that because by bar 4, we're not going to remember what's going on.
Yes,
I need a drink.
it
What do
did
you
have
need?
many
Got
variations
a
that
card
night.
here somewhere.
All those bottles. Mitch, Sex on the Beach.
Yeah, my I initially gave it a 3. I'm pretty sure it was missing orange juice at Gillis. It was the wrong color, so I wasn't sure. And then when we got to the next bar, theirs was significantly better.
Yes.
So I ended up dropping it down to a 2. Just it was not the worst on my list, but it wasn't great.
What are you looking at?
I'm watching you struggle, and it's making like
I am struggling.
Your whole thing is leaning in on your gravity, and it makes me happy.
Go away.
Austin, how was your duck fart?
Now, I feel this is partially on me because I didn't say Laird, but like I said, she looked confident.
Do you remember what number you gave it?
Oh, I think I give it a 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
2. They took it, they mixed it up, probably in a shaker, gave it back to me. It looked like a little coffee shot.
Yeah, it was not.
I don't know if you guys saw my face, but I looked like Forrest Whitaker for a
I
second.
think we all watched you drink it.
Oh, we had to. It was the first
Yeah,
one of the night.
100%. I knew it was going to be bad. I watched. Shudder a little bit.
It was something. It was not good. Let me just put that there. It was not good.
If you could describe the taste, what would you describe it as?
Oh God! It like Ashley said, there were many variations that night.
That one didn't curdle on you, did it?
That one did not curdle.
I forgot one curdled on him.
Oh,
I
yes.
forgot about
Oh,
that.
I don't remember which one, but I do remember one of them did. Because I remember watching it and go, "We got to do this now. This is curdling," and I went,
Oh, that's a lot of dairy. No, it didn't. I couldn't really put it. It was more.
"Did it taste like a coffee drink?"
No,
No.
no.
God.
Dark coffee.
It was above that. I think the alcohol outdid the coffee in it, probably from the Crown Royal. But again, I'm not a whiskey guy. I will never go, "Oh yeah, that's what I want." whiskey, Crown Royal, perfect. So just me going through this experience, the first bar, and it was just awful. Gave it a 2. It's
Did that set your tone for like you don't want to do this drink the rest of the night?
The rest of the night, honestly, I was like, I can't get any worse from this. Still rated it a 2.
Actually, it did get worse for you later on.
It did.
Oh, it did. Well, we'll get there. Atmosphere of the building.
I mean, it's more of a dinner place more than a.
I mean,
Well,
it was cute. It was kind of rustic feeling with all the wood and everything all everywhere. The giant like fucking
4 TV wall
was awesome, even though we didn't sit over there.
I actually liked it before the wall. When it was Luciosa's, they didn't have the 4 big TVs in the wall. I liked it better without, but I get that's what they're going for.
It was cute. It was very cozy.
It was nice. Yeah.
Very inviting.
Out of 5.
On appearance, 4.
Yeah, I give it a 4 as well.
For appearance, it'll be tough for me to give somebody a 5.
Yeah, I mean, I like the outside of the building had that classic look to it, but then the inside was very welcoming. I'd give it a 4.
I mean, they also have the outdoor seating,
Yeah,
which is
Which
right
we
next
didn't-
to where we were sitting.
which we didn't do.
Yeah. Cheers.
Austin.
Austin.
I'll give it a 3.5. It's nice. It's no Bugaboo Creek, but it's nice. But like you said, it is like a nice like eating restaurant family atmosphere, during the daytime. I don't know if they have like a nightlife or have people come in late because like especially where our table was, we were way too close to the bar.
Yeah.
Well, anywhere you sit in there, really, unless you're sitting on the side with the 4 TVs, you're close to the bar.
And when you're sitting on the side with the 4 TVs, you're close to everybody else. They pack it in, but it's worth. I mean, if you're going for food, it's a nice place to go.
Yeah, and I think the food's pretty decent.
If you're going to meet a friend to watch the game, it's a nice place to go. If you can get a seat at the bar, great. If not, meh. But they had Keno, and I was happy until I lost. But they had.
Did you win any money back all night?
We won. I think it was like $32.
So you lost what, 20?
Oh, honey.
Well, that night.
Yeah, I spent $90 on Keno that night.
Jesus.
Idiot. Service. I thought the service was pretty on point there.
I mean, considering that we were like a staggered group coming in, they did pretty well keeping up with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was good, especially she was over to us all the time. And especially for how like busy I said it was earlier, her navigating through people.
Yeah.
Because there were 6, 7 of us because your wife didn't come because you didn't tell her all the information and she's mad at you for that. We're mad at you for that because I'm starting to think she doesn't exist and I've met her.
Twice.
I don't remember the second time. Definitely once though. We do this all the time.
No, she was good navigating around us, helping us clean up the food before we ordered our drinks. She didn't get frustrated when we ordered the
ridiculous
stupid duck farts and adios motherfuckers.
Again, service is another one that for me it's going to be hard to give a 5 because it can almost everywhere can always be better.
Yeah,
not saying every service is always bad, but there's always something that can be done.
I'd give the service a 4.
I'd give it a 4.
Yeah,
same.
It will go down eventually, I think. I don't know. I don't
remember some of the service.
That's because we didn't all go up. That was the only time I think we all sat and ordered. No, because
we were all
we were there.
We did split up at a couple of the bars though.
Brewster, we didn't. You sat at the table while we ordered, but that's whatever.
The food is the only one we're gonna rate here. It's the only place that we ate. I mean, we did get pizzas from Main Street for later on in the night, but
if you don't remember eating it, it doesn't count.
Oh, I do. I ate on the way home.
Nope, doesn't count. Again, the food, everything. The pizzas were delicious. The wings were good.
The nachos are stale.
The nachos, I would never get if that's how their nachos come, I will never get the nachos there again.
That's why I give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I would say 3 because of the nachos.
I give it a 3.5 because then it would have been a 4.5, but the nachos.
Yeah, that's
their wings and pizza. The Big Mac pizza was out
phenomenal.
of the world.
Yeah.
Like, what else did we get? The margarita pizzas was delicious.
Yep.
And the wings were good.
The bone in and bone out.
I don't eat bone in with tendies.
You do eat bone.
I don't eat bone out, boneless. Those are chicken strips. There's chicken tendies.
Yeah, he
I
gets
don't want
dino
that. I want
nuggies.
wings. But the wings were good. The nachos were not. I mean, they had all the fixings with it to make them good, but they were not.
They weren't good.
Because once the cheese on top is done being gooey, it's just a layer of cheese on top of 3 layers of chips that have nothing on them.
There was no ground beef or anything. They were just nachos with cheese.
Yeah, we didn't ask for meat. We figured
I mean, I'm all for
the wings and the burger pizza.
but there was no salsa with it. There was no nothing.
There was salsa with it. It was in a little cup.
That's why it was little.
Yeah. Same with sour cream. It was in a little cup.
So from there, from Gillis, we hop on over to Proof.
We did.
We hop right on over to Proof. Early too. We were there like 8:30,
Sure.
right before the crowds, which was nice.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the idea.
Yeah, band was still setting up and everything.
Yep.
What'd I give mine? I think that was the one I gave a 5.
No, you gave a 3.
Gave it 3?
You gave a 3 to Proof.
Wow. Way to proof.
This is where we had Joe and Mark.
This is yep. Well, Joe showed up at Gillis.
I mean, they both.
Yeah,
like
so
Gillis.
did Mark.
It was still a little sweet and sour. Not as bad as Gillis, but it wasn't. And that was early, so like I didn't know if that was just the drink because I haven't had an AMF in fucking years. But it wasn't good. If all I can taste is the mix, I don't want it. I'm not saying like if I get a Jack and Coke, if all I can taste is Coke, meh. I want to have like a little bit of both. And in the first 2, all I was getting was sour mix. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they garnished it. So they get the extra one. I had cherries.
Cherries.
He had a piece of cherry.
Yeah.
I give my Dirty Shirley a 5 from Proof. It was just on point. It was perfect amount of grenadine, Sprite,
Cherries.
The cherries were on top sent the fish form. That was big. Megan nailed it with the Dirty Shirley over there. So I gave it a 5.
Okay.
Cool. I gave mine a 4. It was really good. It wasn't quite a 5 for me, but it was way better than the one at Gillis. It was actually I had initially given Gillis a 3, and after I had proofs, I dropped them to a 2.
Yeah.
So
Duck Fart Man.
What was my score? 3?
Yeah, you gave it a 3.
3? Yeah, I think it was definitely better than Gillis. It's definitely better. I had made sure to tell every bar at this point, layered.
And they tried.
Yeah, they did.
I think
And
every bar failed successfully.
There was one that almost got it.
for me,
There was one.
what,
Speedwell.
Speedwell.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, Brewster made the attempt. He did try.
Did try.
Yeah.
what did I have for Speedwell?
5.
See, I don't think that's accurate. That's definitely boozed up at this point. But I think I gave it a 5 because of it was like the most layered one. Like it was accurate to the drink.
We'll get there.
100%.
We'll get there. You're jumping ahead.
I
You got-
understand, but
It's 2 more bars till we get to Speedwell. Finish with this one.
So Proof gave it a 3.
Proofy gave it 3. Yeah, it was a lot better than Gillis. It was layered, and that's partially on me.
Did it
But
taste better?
It
than,
tasted better. Yep, it went down better. It actually had that coffee taste to it. It wasn't just all booze right up front. So it was good. I give it a solid 3.
Valid.
So you called it T-Bones once already, and I hate you for that. 'cause
Yeah, I realized that.
Rip. But Proof's atmosphere, I don't like that they got rid of all the booths, right? And they instead of having an actual booth everywhere on the sides of the bar, they made it just folding tables and tall bar chairs. Like I don't.
They had booths.
What?
They had booths.
No.
No.
They got rid of all the booths and they put in tables with bar stools.
Huh.
And I don't like that. And then they added so many TVs that it's just bright around the bar, which can go either way for me. Like it's
They're probably
kinda
trying to compete with across the street with the sports. and all that.
100%, but it's not. Take some of the TVs out, and it would get. I'm going to give it a 4 for atmosphere. Take some of the TVs out, it would go up. I like the building. I remember working there at T-Bones. It was my favorite of the bars around because it just felt homey. Like it was nice to be in. And they got rid of the swings up front. They got rid of the half wall between the bar and the dance floor, which I liked that separation, especially since there were vertical supports right there.
Do they support you?
They support the roof, so I'd hope so. But it's of all the bars around, with the atmosphere wise, it's probably my favorite. Them and Gillis are up there. Actually, the next one is too. After that, it kind of goes down.
It's tough for me. I'd give it a 3.5 on atmosphere only because we were still there during like dinner time, so I can't judge on the atmosphere as like when we were at Main
Like
Street,
the night.
the
Yeah.
nightlife stuff. So no, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change it to a 4 for like dinner atmosphere.
Yeah, it's
I'll give it a 4 for the decor. It goes with, I say decor goes with atmosphere.
thank you.
But if
put
we're
it in air quotes,
gonna judge it on the nightlife, I can't judge it on the nightlife because we weren't there
we weren't there.
past 9:00. So I'm gonna give it a 4 for the day.
We left that early.
We were there like
I don't remember.
9:30,
I wasn't looking at
Yeah,
times.
we cruised like the first 3 bars.
which is
and then we
nice.
slowed down.
Yeah,
Got drunk quick.
I would also give it a 4 for atmosphere. It's nice.
Austin,
I'm gonna give it a 4. I like it. Hasn't changed much since back in the old day, but it's
It's changed enough.
they added some lights. They added some LEDs.
They
you
got
know.
rid of some walls and some swinging chairs, and
Yeah,
they got
that's
they got rid of the chairs in the front window.
yeah, the swinging chairs.
Yeah,
because they were held up by a chain. I miss those chairs. They were so
according to
nice.
Joe, it was a liability. Do you remember that conversation?
Vaguely. I mean, I get it,
Someone falls, gets hurt, chain snaps,
but no,
but people fall at the bar all the time.
they still got them at Pillory.
I don't go to Pillory.
They get swinging chairs right there in the windows.
Surprised you can walk to Pillory.
Park right out front.
Service. I'm gonna give because it was early again, so I can't judge how it is when it's busy. I'm gonna give it a 5 because Megan took care of us right away.
I would take points off for that. I wouldn't give her a perfect score for that because she knew both of us.
True. Do you think that had any
Yes,
sway for coming right over?
100%. If I had to give it a number on service, it's probably 3.5. And part of that is I've been there on a night where it was not busy at all, where maybe there's everyone's sitting in a chair and you're standing behind them waiting. And we've already covered this. Nobody's ordered a beverage. I'm ordering a Jack and Coke, and it still takes them 10 minutes.
Right.
Well, they've only done my Jack and Coke, not other people ordering. Just talk to me, then go make it. It still takes 10 minutes. So they're losing a point for that. But Megan did take care of us that night.
Yep.
If you go early enough, great. If you go later,
That's where the true judging comes in of the bar service.
and you'll be waiting significant amounts of time just to get a drink.
So what we're saying is we need to do this again, but later at night to get a true accurate rating.
Yeah, but we're not picking drinks that time.
No, we'll just go out and just be
Get our own.
rambunctious.
Yes, pull the fire alarms.
I almost swallowed my bullet. Mitch,
I can only judge. That was my first time there, so I would give it a 4 because it was pretty good.
I'll give it a 3.5. Like you said, she did help us out right away. But after you guys had your drinks in your hands and I was waiting for her to come back so I can get a Corona, took a while.
Yeah, and we get they were moving, right? I think there were only 2 or 3 of them on the bar at the time.
Yeah, I think there was only 2 of them at the bar.
So they do get a move, but there was a solid 10-15 minutes on a relatively empty bar.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Now that I'm
Yeah.
replaying it while I was waiting for my beer,
Yeah, Diggs looked at
Wasn't
me
a
and said,
ton.
"I'm gonna get too sober for this."
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know what?
That's
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I'm dropping it to a 4.
Yep.
I'm dropping it to a 4 proof.
And I don't know if that's business tactics so people can't get too drunk. I know that's got to be a lie. But
You want better tips? Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, from Proof.
From Proof, we went to Brewster,
Yep.
and I like Brewster.
I've never been into Brewster.
That was my first time.
So
Same.
I like Brewster. It's dimmer lit because it's small. And if they crank the lights up,
It's
you can't
dimmer
see.
lit. Well,
It's-
lit dimmer.
Yeah, whatever. They got a dimmer switch and it's low.
They set the mood.
They set the mood. There's not a lot of flashy neon sign. There's one, I think. I think it's pink or blue, and it says Brewster Bar.
Yes,
Some pictures on the wall, nice.
it's very minimalist.
Yes, but it's nice.
I like
It's tasteful.
I like the shelves all the way up the wall with all the booze on them. That's
They-
really cool.
Did you notice the ladder?
Yes.
They have a rolling ladder to get up the
Yeah,
shelf.
I thought that was really cool.
I like the first time I went there, it was Emily's birthday, and she wanted to go. It's her birthday. I'm not going to say no, but it was nice, and they have good special drinks. Some of them are pricey, but they had good special drinks. What did I give my drink of? Was this a 4 or 5? 5.
You have a 5.
So we ordered it, and the guy's like, I can make it, and he made it, and it wasn't too much sour mix, it wasn't too much blue carousel. It was a good portion. It tasted nice. Still not getting it again, but the drink itself there was good for me.
Okay.
For me,
And you're looking at me because I
because
gave.
I know this is your lowest score.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.
Yeah.
Because my drink didn't. They didn't use grenadine because they didn't have it. Correct? Because you ordered it.
So when Austin and I ordered the drinks, we said a dirty Shirley. He goes, we don't have grenadine. We might not. It's more probable that we don't. And we went, oh, okay. He goes, hang on. And then he made it. I don't know what he made it with. It was dark. It wasn't grenadine.
It was god awful, and it had black cherries.
And that's
That was my setting point from a 3 to a 2.
I
The black cherries.
I tried yours and I didn't hate it, but I don't hate black cherries. Now, if I'm going out for a dirty Shirley, yes, I could see you giving it a low score, and that's what you had to do.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad drink. And that's why this is all subjective.
Of course.
Um,
But for me, it was just no. I would never order that there again. It's just gross. It was bad. That's all I gotta go.
I mean, I get it.
That's
I get it.
Mitch. You gave it a
I think-
3.
I gave it a 3. It was fine. It was nothing spectacular. It was better than Gillis. It was worse than Proof. So 3 is where it's at.
And this is where you got the rock glass.
This is where I got the rock glass. Yeah,
They were,
nice
I
ice in
remember that.
there.
and they did attempt to layer it.
He did.
Yeah.
And you got a 4. You gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4. So it was definitely the best tasting one. So I had learned throughout the night how hard it is to layer Bailey's in Crown Royal. Now, when I had this drink, I don't know if it had to do with the ice or the way he did it. It was definitely layered because my first sip was all whiskey. It was all crap. And I made a face. But once I got past that and started just drinking it, tasted like chocolate milk. Anybody that is into the whiskey chocolate milk, go get a duck fart at Brewster.
I wonder what the actual taste is supposed to taste like of a duck fart.
If only we knew a bartender good enough to make it. One who suggested it can't.
Shots
I
fired.
hope she is watching.
She told me she was going to be watching. She actually wanted to join, but she was going to dinner.
Lame.
Atmosphere. I mean, it's a very
Oh,
cozy bar. It's a very just a bar you go there, sit there and shoot the shit. It's not a going out bar as far as like partying and things like that to start off bar.
Right.
So for the atmosphere, I mean, I'm going to give it a 4.
So I've only given 4s for atmosphere so far, and that's because I like the aesthetics of
A
Gillis and Proof. I like the wood and all that, and this one's completely different. I'm still going to give it a 4. Don't worry, they change soon.
but for different reasons.
For different reasons. It's nice and cozy, and it's quiet. We went on a night where they didn't have any entertainment,
Yeah.
but you could have a conversation with the person next to you and not have to be screaming to hear each other. And And that is, I've been there later, and that is their night. You know, it's not hectic. It's not too much.
Not
It's a
drugs.
nice kind of mellow.
Yours curdled at Brewster.
Mine did curdle. This is why I was
Sorry, I saw it on the screen. Like, oh shit, yours did curdle
Yeah,
here.
mine did curdle. It started to, but honestly,
It didn't bother you.
couldn't even chew it.
Mitch, what do you give it for
For
atmosphere?
atmosphere, I actually really liked it. I'm gonna give it a 5. I like the
All right.
transition from the very unassuming outside. I literally had no idea that place was even fucking there.
Yep.
That unassuming outside and walking in, and it was very tidy. It was very neat. It was cozy. I love the wall of
wall.
booze. I liked it a lot. I give it a 5. It was really cool.
I'm with Mitch. I'm gonna give it a 5. I like it.
All right.
All right.
I know a couple of the girlfriends and wives are watching. I'm curious to see what they give it for an atmosphere.
Yeah, they haven't chimed in at all.
No, they're just sitting there with it on, not watching. Just in the background.
All right. Well, who ordered? Phil, you ordered, so you're
Yeah,
really
you
the
know-
one-
you-
you're the only one
so-
qualified for service here.
Well, you and Austin.
Yeah,
Austin
you
was
Austin.
there.
Oh no, Phil made sure to order everybody's drinks, but then to let me order my own and explain it.
Ashley gives it a 5.
I give it a
Every
5
time.
for atmosphere.
So service, when we walked in, I think I don't know if he's part owner or just one of the managers. But the guy I talked to when we were asking about filming came right up, said, "Thanks for coming. You know, what's the name of the show? Like, I want to watch." And said he was making chowder in the back. If we get hungry, you know, we could buy.
Because chowder's what you want when you're drinking.
I was like, clam, and he goes, "Why does everyone ask that?" The next day, I was at Speedwell and they had corn chowder. I'm like, "That's why. Yeah, that's why." But no, I've never had bad service there. They were friendly. Even the guy we talked to for his duck fart.
Nice.
5 for atmosphere and honestly my drink. Aren't you? No, you're at Honey Baby right now.
At least she's watching.
Yeah, no, surprised. But if I had to give my highest for service will be this one, and that's a 4.5.
Okay.
Because yes, it could be better, but like they did pretty good, and they tried to accommodate you, knowing they didn't have the
Correct.
ingredients.
Does it also have anything to do with the bartender telling you that he might have heard about the podcast?
Was that Brewster?
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, I don't care if you're lying, I'll take it.
Oh, Emily just trying to leave me alone. Mark's giving the prayer sign.
I liked the map wall. There was a map.
That wa-
Oh, there
yeah,
was.
That was
yeah.
really cool.
That was behind the table that we were at.
Yeah, it had all the old school maps.
Yep. From Brewster, we added we weren't gonna go to New World
No,
originally, so
but we were
Yeah.
cruising through the list.
we needed a bar. Otherwise, we would have been at Main Street at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
And dead by midnight.
Some of us were dead at midnight anyway.
Yeah.
Not me.
Like, I remember midnight. All right.
So we went to
1201's a different time.
New World. New World was our
New World was our next, and I'm not.
our improv stop.
Yes, and I've never been a fan of New World. I've gone for brunch. I've been disappointed. I've gone on nights out, and I hate it. Like it's not me. Nothing they have is something I'm going for. The music hall in the back, I've never been to. Maybe,
But you got to pay to get back there.
but you got to pay to get back there.
There's a cover for the bands that play.
But you can sit out front and hear it all anyway.
Right.
What did I give this one for a drink?
You gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4. This is where my night gets fuzzy. All right. So, so if I gave it a 4, it wasn't sweet and sour. It wasn't just Sprite. It would had a good blend, I guess. Nothing about New World jumps out to me other than I don't like the.
This is where Phil goes downhill.
Yes, I don't like New World. It's a me thing. The drink was good, but the rest of it is just not for me. I feel like every time I've gone in, I've had some form of bad experience. Not with service or anything, but just meh,
Just mediocre.
at best.
And it's a mediocre atmosphere.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that shortly. I gave it a 3. Mine was way too much grenadine. It was just made me sick. But again, this is where my night starts to go a little hazy.
Yeah.
because we're also doing shots and other drinks in between our drinks, and
Look, we tried. After we ordered our normal drinks,
we succeeded. But
after we ordered our normal drinks, we weren't supposed to get any more everywhere we went.
but we would have been sober real fast.
Austin got the pass,
Yeah, I mean,
but we were only supposed to get the one, and we made it through Gillis. And then we get to proof, and we're like, what do we do for the next 45 minutes? I guess I'll get a Jack and Coke.
twist my arm. But yeah, I gave mine a 3 over there. I've never really been in the New World. I wasn't overly impressed with everything in there, but we'll rate that. As soon
Never
as,
been to New World?
not for like food or anything. Just I've been there for Cage Titans weigh-ins,
No, yeah.
like shows with local bands in the back, but nothing for like brunch or drinks or
right.
that kind of nightlife. Mitch, Sex on the Beach. This was your worst one.
My worst scoring one was New World because it literally tasted like they dumped sour mix into it. It was
They might have.
sour and bitter and utterly disgusting. I still drank the whole thing because I don't waste alcohol, but it was gross.
Bless.
Absolutely terrible.
Austin, this was tied for your second to lowest with a 2.
2.
Emily, I succeeded.
Yeah, you lived.
No, Philippe.
I made it.
You,
I made it to every bar and had my drink. Succeeded. I made it to close until I passed out. Succeeded.
anyway. You gave it a 2.
Gave it a 2 at New World. Give her credit. She did try to layer it, but she did mess up and it all started to mix together.
She had the first 2 layered, right? And it
The
was the
first 2
crown that
layered,
kind of
it's
just
always the
swirled it.
crown. Yep. It's always the crown that messes people up.
And that was where it started curdling because we were waiting.
No, it started curling a Brewster.
Yes, but at New World because you guys were sitting, I think,
Probably.
and we
Yeah,
were
we were
standing at
waiting
the
for
bar.
everybody to come
We were
up.
waiting on either you to come up or another drink, and he was like, "We got to do this now. It's curdling."
Fair enough.
I remember that part.
It tasted almost the exact same as Gillis.
Oof.
So I'm starting to learn at this point, if you don't have that dessert taste at the end, it's
It's
not
done wrong.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Now, are you getting fuzzy at this point too?
Oh, absolutely.
So we're all going fuzzy about New World time.
I still remember going to the next 2. I still remember getting to
Yeah.
the last one.
Next 3.
I remember getting to the last one. There's not much after that.
Atmosphere? You want to talk atmosphere at New World? I know Phil doesn't like it, but
I wasn't a big fan of the atmosphere over there. I'm going to give it a 2.
the lights were cool. The
Yeah,
bottle lights.
bottle
at the
lights
bar
were really
cool. I give it a 3 for that. The lights were cool.
What do they have? Lights under the bottles?
Yeah.
Like the
The bottles are hanging.
The bottles are
Oh,
cut off. and,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
those were cool. So I give it a 3 for that. Just
Yeah.
purely for that.
I'm probably going to give it a 2.5 because it's something about it I just don't like. Was there a lot of green? I feel like it was green,
No, I don't think
like
so.
a forest green on the walls or something. Like, I'm not a fan of the building.
Much appreciated, Mark. Thanks for coming out.
Also, Joe getting shots.
Well, we need shots to put up with Joe.
Yeah, he's buying.
He's always buying.
All right, what do you guys give it for atmosphere?
I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
There was just nothing there that made it.
Yeah,
pop.
it's,
No.
It's very
honestly,
bland.
It was just
and I get it might be better in the back room. You've been in the back room, and you could tell
Yeah.
it might be better there. But
No, it's
there's, like,
not.
a
It's-
show.
It's dark. There's like little just like Christmas lights up. It's nothing.
No.
Do you remember the living room in Rhode Island?
Why are you looking at me? I keep my shit local so I can stumble home.
It's just very, it was very dark. It's not anything special back there. That's all.
They got a casting couch for you?
There is one back there.
It's okay, never mind. Moving.
You're sitting on a
on.
casting couch.
Austin.
I had no idea that little back section was even there.
Oh, where the bands play.
Yeah, where the bands play, and what they charge
It's a bit-
$10 to
It's
get
a,
in?
it depends on the band. The band sets the band rents the room back there.
Yeah.
So the band sets the cover. Usually it's like $10-15 to get back there. It's not anything.
Yeah.
I am right. Emily confirmed the walls are green. We're in agreement. That means it happened.
Okay, great. They're green.
We don't agree, so we're agreeing it happened. And I didn't.
The
I,
first
and
time
I
you-
like forest green. I did not. I don't like New World.
It's the first time you and her agree on something.
Yeah. What's the
Great.
big one? What's all that comment?
The atmosphere isn't incredible.
I didn't look at the drink menu because I wasn't allowed to drink anything except for the one I had.
They do have a large drink menu, and I do know this, but they also have a lot of like IPAs and kind of like, if you think hipster bar, New World Tavern. That's where I go to it.
And we also went there to go see Carly, but she wasn't working.
And she was,
She,
and
like,
that's a
just
minus
left.
for service.
Yeah.
So then we move on to service.
I didn't order mine.
I also
I
didn't
think
order.
It was just us again.
Yep.
She was good. She tried. Carly left. I'm gonna go 3.5.
I'll stick with you. 3.5. Yeah. I mean, she
She did her job.
did her job. She helped us out. I mean,
She was friendly,
she messed up my shot, but
but everybody did.
Yeah.
You know, they all tried, and I think she was one of the only few who was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I'll try. And she tried. She did.
Yeah.
She had the spoon and everything. It was the first little bit out of the bottle. She went, oh fuck, and then you watched it kind of mix.
And it's all downhill.
She
from
tried.
there.
Yep.
She tried.
This is where it goes downhill, though, when we go to Speedwell.
Mhm,
This is where it really starts to just like get really
mhm,
like what happened.
mhm.
So we go to Speedwell, run into our friend Nicole, who's bartending.
We all ordered that time, right?
Yes, we all ordered our drinks that time. My Speedwell, it would have been a 5. Would have been. But my cherries were on the bottom of the glass.
Such a prima donna.
I am a fucking prima donna. I don't want to fight for my cherries, especially when I'm drunk.
Grow up.
I don't want to fight for my cherries.
Grow up, says the guy who passed out on the bar.
Yeah.
I said grow up, not throw up. What did I give Speedo? Was this my 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was also a 5 for Austin.
Again, it's where it starts to get a little hazy. But I've never gone to Speedwell and gotten a bad drink. So if I gave it a 5, I have to assume
Oh my God.
they were delicious.
Oh, Nicole did a great job mixing the drink.
Yes, no, 100%. It wasn't too much sour mix. It wasn't too much curacao. I didn't taste gin in all of them, which is great. 'Cause
You don't do gin.
I don't do gin.
This is one that Austin gave a 5.
you're just as shocked as I am.
Do you remember giving it a 5?
No, I don't.
She did have the best layer.
It was
Yes.
if you held the light up next to it, because the crown and
Which we did, I think.
the crown and the
Bailey's.
Bailey's, they mix a little bit, and once the crown gets a little bit of that Bailey's in it,
It's all
it all looks like
But for a
one
split
layer.
second, all three were.
You could see
All
three
the
distinctive layers. It wasn't perfect, but you could tell there was a thin line between the two.
And then Mitch gave it a
I
3.
gave it a 3. It was fine.
But
It was average.
It was average. She had to ask me what went into it, and I was a little buzzing, and I was like,
I don't know. I'm just drinking them.
And she made it with the right ingredients. It just, yeah, it was fine.
Oof.
Atmosphere, I give it a 3. It's nothing spectacular in there.
I gave it a 2. It was smaller, and I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
I give it there's plenty of this for the size of it. There's plenty of seating. It's just a good atmosphere. For me, it's a family-ish atmosphere, so I give it a 3.
Yep. Austin?
I'm giving it a 3. I've been there a couple times. The only thing that I really hate is when I'm there is when they have a live band and you're seated in the seat right in front of them.
That's dog shit.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because I mean, they have Christmas lights up around. There's pictures on the wall. It's still got the whole wood thing to it, and there's fancy. They get the mugs behind the bar, so there's some form of decoration, and I kind of like it there.
I got a question. Maybe you might know. Do they have some sort of club?
I believe they do. Yes.
Where?
Because I saw the
Speedwell.
mugs with the names.
So they did that at T-Bones too, but I don't know if they still do at Speedwell. But they have them. I like going there. So for me, it's a 3.5. I will admit, when they have live music and you're sitting right near them, it does kind of suck.
Oh, 100%.
But-
That sucks anywhere you go.
Yes.
When there's live music or you're right next to the speaker
And-
or
And they are on the smaller side.
Yep.
I think they might actually be smaller than Brewster, only because I think Brewster is longer. But I do enjoy my time at Speedwell most of the time.
Emily says there is a mug club, but there's a waiting list just to even get into the mug club.
They also have their own house punch. I don't know if that adds to the mug club, but
Service.
They're always out of the house punch.
service was good. I like the service. I mean,
I give her a 4 or 5.
they weren't too busy when we got there.
No.
We knew her.
Yep. I give it a 4 or 5.
I think the highest I've given so far in service is 4. I'm going to stay at 4.
I give her a 4 or 5. She was good.
You remember?
4,
He's like 4.
I think.
Now we're moving on to BBC. Did we go there?
We did. We walked in.
Saw my stepbrother,
Saw your stepbrother.
Jordan, and his girlfriend.
It was packed.
Yeah, we didn't stay very long.
No, I think it was one of them get our drinks for you guys. It was get our.
I don't
drinks
think
and
the
get out.
ladies didn't even come in,
Emily did. She was in there.
I think she walked in only for a few minutes.
but Ashley and Alana,
Ashley and Alana
they
turned around.
they
and
walked in,
immediately-
walked out. They were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck this." I know I walked next door to Main Street to pee because I wasn't walking through
Yeah.
the crowd to go.
It's definitely a place.
Yeah.
Where everyone, where you don't want to.
Surely is a
It
place.
surely is a place.
Speaking of Shirley's, I gave it a 3. That's all I'm going on. I remember it wasn't good, but I don't remember finishing it.
Was this one of my lower ones?
Ish.
Give it a 3.
Yeah.
Do I have anything lower than a 3?
Yes. Gillis.
Gillis was a 2.
Do I have anything tied with a 3?
Proof.
Oh shit!
And you have 2 5s.
All right.
But I don't remember much about BBC.
I vaguely remember this one, and it was a lot of. I think it was just straight sour mix, with a little like I watched her make it, so there was definitely booze in it, but it wasn't good.
Yeah. Sorry, BBC.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah. Let me lie. Mitch.
I gave it a 2. I don't remember why.
And that's on us.
It's 100%. It
That's
was also
nice.
like I was squished among other people and getting bumped around, and I pretty much just pounded the whole thing, put the glass down, and walked out.
Yep.
So
I was with Mitch on that one, but even
You give it a
getting
1.
give
the
it a
drink,
1.
right? I meant walking out,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, it was not good. It somehow ended up being the worst tonight. Granted, they were in their rush phase. They had plenty of people in there. I mean, I guess for how
I
big
mean, the
building
place is smaller than
It's 2
than-
feet wide.
than the
This
studio
room
room.
we're in is bigger than
bigger than their down.
half of the
They have,
yeah.
they have
they
an
have an
upstairs.
upstairs. They have an
Is it
upstairs.
any bigger than his downstairs?
nope.
I mean, it can't be,
I mean,
but it is more open.
there's no bar,
But they-
upstairs,
No bar,
so
yeah.
that
But it's
yeah,
so crowded in there because it's so small.
right.
yeah.
It's like they built a restaurant in an alleyway.
It's
Basic, yes.
they don't serve food, right? They don't have food.
No, so it's just a bar.
Pretty sure they're just drinks.
Yeah, you can't fit a kitchen
Yeah,
in
there's
there
no
No
kitchen
way.
in there.
Yeah, no way.
unless they're cooking it at Speedwell. Sharing kitchens
Or ordering pizzas from us. Atmosphere.
sucks.
Sucked. Terrible. One.
Give it a 1.
Absolutely a 1.
Hey,
BBC is not a place you go on a weekend. It's a place you go on a weeknight when it's probably slow. You need the room to move, and there was not.
There's no room.
And we've all worked in a crowded bar on a weekend. Even that still had more room.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
But if you go on like a weekday, you go to grab a beer with some friends. You can sit upstairs. They have a couch. It's comfy.
But you go on a weeknight,
You go on a weeknight,
don't even walk in.
weekend. If you go to a weekend,
Weekend.
Yeah.
weekend night, just you probably can't walk in. And I think half the only reason we could walk in with the group we did was I knew the kid at the door.
We all knew the kid at the door.
I knew his face. I don't.
It was Kyle.
I worked with him at
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Service, I give it a 2 because I don't remember.
I didn't order.
I think-
somebody.
I
handed
think
me
my
the
drink was ready for me when I came back from going across the street to pee.
She tried to get to us, but then like immediately lost attention halfway through ordering. I would probably say a 2 as well.
Yeah,
I was
A
not
2 is fair.
I'm gonna give it a 2. And when I ordered my drink, this was funny to me, and I know they were in a rush and it sucks, but when I ordered my drink and I explained what it is and like, oh, it's this, this, and this, it's layered. She was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" and walked away.
Yeah, that's definitely like a 1.5.
Yeah. BBC is not. You want to go and get a Coors Light with the same 12 people every night? That's BBC.
I think they have what Jenga upstairs and darts.
I know they have 2 dartboards, but the last time I was upstairs, the dartboards hadn't been replaced in like 30 years. They were falling apart. And they were like craters in the board.
Then we end up at home.
We end up at home.
Home is Main Street Sports Bar and Grill.
Yeeth.
Sorry, Lisa.
Not sorry.
Not sorry at all. Because we all have to deal with your drunk ass. Yeah.
Nobody orders. Yeah, that's fair.
People order sex on the beach all the time. What are you talking about?
We literally have a group of guys that come into Main Street who Lisa calls the Sex and the Beach Boys because it's what they drink.
Does anybody remember Main Street?
I remember
Okay.
walking in.
I remember walking in.
I went
It was
upstairs.
packed upstairs.
I remember that. And I cut behind the bar every time because I wasn't fighting that crowd.
Yep.
I'm sure Lisa was annoyed with that.
I was standing there looking around and they said, just go. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
So I grabbed Emily's brother-in-law and we ran behind the bar. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You said go."
I know I had my drink there. I know Lisa made it. I can't judge it because I don't remember it.
Yep.
That's where I am at because
Yep.
Am I the only one that remembers my drink?
well, you wrote it down that night.
I still remember it.
I don't.
I remember mine. I remember Lisa making it.
We have her on video making it,
Oh yeah,
trying.
Yeah, with the she overpoured the or she missed the glass with the Baileys a little.
Yeah.
It layered.
I feel like I would have sent something in the group to rate it.
You
And
did
I
not.
didn't.
No, nobody did.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
I give it an NA because I can't.
In my defense, that was my 10th drink of the night,
That was all of our like 10th drinks of the night.
probably. And I was not. No.
You were on the bar sleeping at the end of the night.
Yeah,
you were
do
done.
we not have a slideshow of pictures to show from that night?
No, it's gonna go on the Patreon.
It's gonna go on the Patreon. It's gonna go on our OnlyFans.
Of those exclusive pictures of Phil in the bathtub getting lifted up by a forklift.
There's a picture from my 30th birthday of me sitting in a bathtub.
So since you and I can't remember how we're gonna rate our drinks, you gave it a 5.
I did give it a 5. Objectively, it was actually the best one I got all night.
It has to be.
Do you remember yours?
Oh, I gave it 3.
A 3?
Yeah, it was not great, but layered and all. So I can't give it that 4 from Brewster, but it definitely wasn't a Gillis.
So overall, Speedwell wins with the highest.
With
amount.
the highest?
With the highest.
That tracks.
Because it's got 3, 5, 2 5s, a 4, and a 3.
Yeah.
So Speedwell is our overall top bar of the night.
To get really fucked up drinks.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Atmosphere at Main Street. How do you rate it?
I would give it no more than a 3. No more. And I'm not a sports guy. And it's a sports bar. So like
I'm gonna give it a 2.
really?
And because I am a sports guy, there's no updated sports memorabilia. It's
Okay.
all the older stuff. So you walk in, there's nothing with like the Bruins Stanley Cup, the Celtics, like the Patriots Super Bowl. There's some, but there's not a lot. It's a lot of the older stuff downstairs. I get it, like the classic Larry Bird, Bobby Orr.
Yep.
It needs to be updated for a true sports bar. It needs to be kept updated with even like nicer older pictures. Like a lot of pictures they have are faded, and it just needs to be
Or
updated.
from 04.
And the bouncers that night were really rude. Fuck those bouncers that night.
These bastards.
Fucking not letting me upstairs.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I have a stamp. I'm allowed up there.
You get a stamp?
No.
But my friends are up there.
My girlfriend's up there.
How'd you rate the atmosphere at Main Street?
Uh,
Keep in mind, you guys are still employed there. I'm not.
That's fine. I mean,
I mean, I don't hate it. I would give it a 3. I do like the giant fucking mural upstairs. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I hate that the mural in the bathroom that I just had to plaster over recently is
Yeah.
basically it's all Patriots.
Right.
correct.
But I do like the mural. I remember when the mural went up.
That was
It was
cool.
before my time.
Yep.
But I remember when the mural went up. That was cool.
What's not cool is my shoes sticking to the floor
Yeah, carpet on the
all the
second
time. Even when they change it, it was like a month and they were sticky again.
I was like the next. I think we did a show like the next day, or like a week
It was like
after.
a week later, and they were sticky.
They were already sticky.
If only we knew somebody with a steam vac who'd offer to go and
Do it for drinks.
do it for an hourly rate.
Austin,
Still be cheaper than hiring somebody.
I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 3, because just basically the same reasons. Though, like the negatives of it is the sticky carpet, and I personally, I'm a little claustrophobic. I hate when people are surrounding me to the point where I can't move, and that's just how busy it was upstairs. So it's just not really a place that I would go to at night or after hours. It's like something during the day. I like that. That's not bad. It's a nice sit down place.
Yeah.
Get a couple drinks. It's sporty. They always got sports on the TV.
And there's
Even
windows,
if
so you've
it's-
got natural
yeah.
light
I like, and then
and
even,
airflow.
and airflow.
even when the downstairs, the front windows are open and everything. That's nice, especially if you're sitting. there.
100%.
But
And they have Keno now for you.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Everybody loses all the money.
I'll add, you don't like people around you. We did go to the smallest part of the bar.
It was the only open part.
yeah,
The
it
Was
AC
it?
part.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Right under the AC.
Yeah,
everything
I
else was
love that
crowded.
AC.
was the only place that people weren't going to bother
It was
us.
the only place we could
Well,
all
we
stay.
can go anywhere. They bother us. We'll just throw them out.
I mean, I think we'll all be biased on service.
One, they were rude. They were mean.
She needed a chair to give me my drink.
Yep. Couldn't reach the top shelf.
I would love to see Lisa climb the fucking ladder over Brewster Bar to get the top shelf locker.
Be like a spider monkey,
I don't know if she can reach the top shelf.
even with the
Even with
ladder.
the ladder.
I would just slide the ladder down so she couldn't get.
No, so I mean, service. We can't
Yeah.
give a service rating
No, we can't.
because people could stand there and wait for drinks,
We show up and it's like, hey, what do you want?
and I show up and I just make this face at the end of the bar, and there's a Jack and Coke in front of me. Like,
Yeah.
we can't rate the service in the bar that we.
She
were.
knows what
Not
we all
fairly.
drink too, so
It's
it's
true.
not like we even have to tell her what we need. It's
High
it's
noon,
coming to her.
Corona with lime,
Coors Light.
water.
Coors Light, asshole.
What's the difference? We said the same thing.
But yeah, we can't objectively.
My phone buzzed. I thought it was Lisa.
You assholes, you're
Fired.
fired. No, you're extended. Shit. You're never leaving.
Keep trying to quit, and they won't.
I think that's it.
No, because now we got to talk about what happened after. I'll go last.
We're an hour and 10 minutes.
That's
into
fine.
this.
Do it quick. Awesome. You left first.
I had to leave first. There's a night every time when I'm going out drinking or I'm too drunk, I have a sober moment where I look to the person that I'm with who's going to get me home and I go, it's time to go. And then I go back to being the same drunk person I was 2
That
seconds
epiphany
ago.
hits and it's like, shit, I'm too drunk. We got to go.
We got to go. And that's it. That's last call. I think I brought my Corona downstairs and waited for an Uber.
Alana said, I had to leave. You passed out on the bar.
We're coming to me last.
Yeah, Phil's coming last.
That's not a first.
The first time for everything.
You had my. I left with you and Ashley because you had my keys.
I
Yeah,
thought you left with Lisa.
No,
No.
Lisa ended up giving my keys to Mitch and Ashley.
yeah. No, I mean, nothing really happened as far as we went. Ashley had her. What the hell did she get? I don't know. She got some food. I got egg rolls.
I got pizza.
Are we posting the photos anywhere?
Yes, they will be on social media. Yes.
So, all right. So, fuck you people in your normal fucking night. You three pieces of shit. I damn near passed out on the bar.
no, you didn't damn near pass out. You passed out.
Did I?
You are
God
fucking
bless.
gone.
Look, I didn't even know about it till the next day. I don't remember. I don't remember the bar closing. I don't remember leaving. I don't remember getting home. I don't remember going to bed.
I think you and I were yelling at 1 a.m. to people to leave the bar.
Probably that.
I do
sounds
remember
like
I was
something
sitting next
we
to
would do.
McGuire downstairs. I think I was yelling at people downstairs to leave because no one was leaving.
I definitely yelled upstairs. I probably yelled downstairs. I don't know. But apparently, after falling asleep on the bar and making the most attractive face I could,
Not that easy right now, Emily.
what'd you say?
Insert
Insert
photo.
We left. Emily's brother picked us up. and drove us home. I got there. Apparently, I went into the downstairs bathroom, left my sweatshirt, peed. And my go-to when I'm drunk is I'm taking a shower. But I don't shower. I lay down and let the water run over me until it gets cold, and then Emily yells at me, and then I still don't get up.
Did you lay down on your back in the shower, like stomach, like a whale?
I think so. My 30th birthday, I sat upright, right? And this time, I think I was on my side. And I don't remember getting in the shower. I don't remember any bit of if she didn't tell me the next morning that I took a shower. The only thing I would have is I briefly remember water running over me, but not seeing anything and just thinking, just throw up. You'll feel better in the morning. And I think I tried. I don't think I did. Check the comments for the answer.
Did you pee on yourself?
Probably not.
I fucking hope you did.
If I did, it would be in the shower. Emily was so worried she went to go get her brother to help me out of the shower, and I ended up getting out on my own. All I know is I woke up in bed, face down in a pillow. I picked my head up and I went because I couldn't. My throat was so dry I couldn't do anything. Drinking water hurt. So then I drank water and died. And then she was like, "I want to get breakfast.
Let's
Let's go get a brunch burger at the bar."
And the bar was closed.
And the bar was closed.
So you went to Speedwell.
I went to Speedwell because we thought they would have a brunch burger, and they don't, but they have burgers, and I needed something greasy. It was not a good day for Philip.
Philippe. So when are we doing it again?
Shut the fuck up. About 3 to 9 business years.
So part 2 of the bar crawl is going to be the other bars on the other side of Plymouth,
Yes. So
down on the waterfront.
yes.
That'll be a summertime adventure, I think.
Yeah, because I want to sit outside at East
Yep.
Bay.
Interesting weekend for us.
Twas a weekend.
Twas a weekend.
Yes, that some of us will
Twas a night to forget.
never remember.
Yeah. I'm
But yeah, check out the social medias for the pictures. Facebook, Instagram. We're on Discord. You can join our Discord chat. We'll post the links in the show comments below. Thank you all the bars to having us, allowing us to do our crawl. Not that they really had a choice.
I mean, they could say no to us coming in, but
They probably would have said no if they were the last bar. Like, yeah, you can't.
we will always end at Main Street.
Obviously.
It's a safe place. They will take our keys. They will get us home.
Yeah, next show, I have no idea what it is. Do we have an idea?
Nope.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
Figure it out.
We'll figure that out. Be
We'll
on the
post
lookout for that.
We got some time, but if you get any ideas, let us know.
Yeah, and thank you to the Silent Radio Network again for hosting us, having us here. And 2 weeks from now, we'll be back. Episode 5, something.
Can you hit the button again?
No. And we out.
Good night.